Just west of Chicago, in a community called Elmhurst, there's a place where you'll grow into a connected thinker and a passionate changemaker, with skills to excel and knowledge that lasts. Elmhurst University. Go far, do well.
Tonight's game features a visiting Illinois Wesleyan University Titans facing off against your Elmhurst University Bluejays. Ladies and gentlemen, the coaching staffs of both Elmhurst and Illinois Wesleyan are proudly wearing our stickers with their suits to support the American Cancer Society through its Coaches vs. Cancer program. Both teams are also holding signs showcasing who they honor in the fight against cancer. They join coaches and teams nationwide in raising funds and awareness for the American Cancer Society and their efforts to end cancer as we know it for everyone. At this time, please stand if you are able, grab and hold your signs in front of you, and please take a moment to look around the gym and reflect on who we honor and what we can do to further the fight against cancer. Thank you. For more information, please visit www.coaches.cancer.org to learn about Coaches vs. Cancer and setting the screen to save lives from cancer. Let's meet tonight's starters. First floor, the visiting Titans. 6'3" senior, number 0, Wesleyan. 5'7" freshman, number 4, Wesleyan. 6'5" sophomore, number 10, Mason Funk. 6'7" senior, number 12, Rick Roper. And 6'10" senior, number 20, Harrison Williamson. The Titans are for your
welcome back into R.A. Fagenal Hall for the second game of our doubleheader as the third-ranked Illinois Wesleyan Titans take on the Elmhurst Bluejays in a CCIW matchup. Hi, everybody. Alongside Dawson Wells, I'm Connor Klingen. And Dawson, we saw a classic in the first game of our doubleheader, and now the men's team for the Bluejays looking to pull a big upset.
Yeah, hoping that game from the women translates a little bit into this one. Just momentum-wise, both teams were watching that one. Hopefully they can carry some of that inspiration to this one and hopefully take down this tough team, the CCIW, yet again.
Wesleyan comes in at 17-2 overall, 9-1 in the CCIW. The Bluejays 9-10, 5-5 in conference play. And it will be Aiden Boone going up for the tip against Nick Roper for Wesleyan. Roper leading the way with just under 17 points per game for the Titans. And the tip is won back by Roper, and we'll see Illinois Wesleyan start with the basketball with the freshman Josh Fridman. Wesleyan averaging over 81 points per game. They go down low for Wilmson. Back up top, Hakeem Williams for three, too strong. And the rebound taken by Tegan Pearson.
Huge stop there already for Elmhurst. Need to continue that throughout the game. Just getting defensive stops and then slowing this game down on the offensive side.
And a foul away from the basketball going against the Titans. That goes on Fridman. That's his first on either team. With 19:26 to go in this first half. Pearson able to get it in. Jack Cherry can't finish, and Harrison Wilmson rises for the rebound. 6'10 senior from St. Louis. Wilmson hands off to Williams, then cuts down the lane and rolls it over the top for two.
Yeah, Harrison Wilmson shooting in conference games 64.5% coming into the night. So efficient, and you saw it right there why he just gets right to the rim.
That's a high percentage shot right there. That is his bread and butter. And now a steal. Mason Funk comes away with the steal for the Titans, splitting down the lane, then dishes to Roper. Back around to Funk, who fakes the three, kicks out Fridman, the freshman up top. And his three doesn't go, but tipped back by Wilmson. Right back down to him on the baseline, and an offensive foul as he extended that elbow on Tegan Pearson.
Just the experience there from the fifth-year man, Tegan Pearson, drawing this charge. So experienced, great basketball IQ play right there.
That'll be the first foul on Wilmson as the Titans set up some full-court pressure. They'll ease off of it as Sebastian Blahut brings the ball up for the Blue Jays. Blahut coming off 16 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists in the win over Wheaton College. He's got the basketball now in the right corner. Goes to the freshman Cherry. Swing it around for Boone, who fakes the three, steps through on the baseline, but has it blocked. Now Roper quickly the other way to Fridman. Fridman trying to find a shot, instead dishes for Wilmson. Nearly stolen away, but it goes into the corner for Roper. Roper down the lane for two.
Yeah, he's the guy you got to stop if you're Elmhurst. Nick Roper, first team all-conference last season, coming back, averaging 19.5 points per game in conference games. He's really turned it up in conferences, just dominated the CCIW.
Had 27 in the overtime win against Carroll. Trellenberg going to work down low, a little bit off target. Hakeem Williams the rebound for the Titans. Williams looking to drive now, runs into Boone, and a foul.
The Titans right now just having a lot of success getting into and under the basket. That time fouled, but every possession it seems that's exactly where they want to attack.
Hakeem Williams, a 73% free throw shooter, senior out of Round Lake, Illinois. Second team all-conference last year. And sinks the first free throw. This is a very experienced starting lineup for the Titans, with really the exception of the freshman Josh Fridman. But he's starting his 12th game of the year already here, so when you get to this point of the year, it's not really like you're a freshman anymore.
No, and you've seen that with Elmhurst, too. Jack Cherry, a freshman for the Blue Jays, getting a lot of starts, especially later as seasons and games go on.
Here's Blahu going to work on the baseline. Had his own miss for a moment, but it's poked away. And Wesleyan brings it the other way with Fridman. To a cutting Roper for the reverse lay-in. It's an 8-0 lead for the Titans, and John Baines is forced to use an early timeout. Less than 3 minutes in. A lot of efficiency early on for the Titans, and so far Elmhurst 0 for 4 from the field.
Yeah, they're just going right, attacking the rim, going right for it every possession. We'll see it right here. Great cut from Roper, turnaround layup. Great finish, and then on the other side, Elmhurst trying to do the same thing, but finding a lot of challenge, especially from Harrison Williamson, who's 6'10". He's a big guy to go right after, and he's made his presence known in the paint.
This is a big lineup. When you look at in Division III having 6'10", 6'8", 6'5", 6'3", 5'10", that's a big lineup for Illinois Wesleyan and a lot of experience that we talked about. Josh Fridman, the only player in that starting five that is under 6'3".
And you can just see it on the floor. It seems like the Titans have the height advantage at almost every position.
It's going to be Pearson to inbound as Wesleyan had an opportunity to set up their press. He's able to get it into Trellenberg. Gives off then for Jack Cherry. 6'2" freshman from outside of Indianapolis, and now stolen away. Here comes Roper to the front court, and he collides with Blahu. And the foul going on Sebastian. That'll be his first.
Yeah, just a little bit too slow from Tegan Pearson. Roper read that all the way. And then Blahu just not giving him the easy basket.
Roper, a 74% free throw shooter. He has been red hot lately. Coming off the 27-point performance, but he had 23 the game prior to that against Wheaton, and he has scored 23 or more points in 4 of the last 8 games. Second free throw, also good, and it's a 10-0 start for the number 3 team in the country. Blue Jays need a basket here. Now nearly 3.5 minutes into the game without a point. Here's Cherry for Boone. He'll try a 3. Doesn't fall. Williams the rebound. Up ahead, Fridman in the corner, and he'll pop a 3. Left it short. Trellenberg has it. Now Cherry on the right wing. Boone fakes, now looking to drive, left side, another fake, and he gets the 2. Couple of really nice ball fakes there by Aiden Boone.
Good pump fakes, and Aiden Boone, he's the type of player that can just come in and take over games. We've seen it a couple times this season. He's popped a couple of 3s. That's not really his game, but good drive to the hoop and getting his defender in the air.
Now Funk drives for the easy finger roll.
And Mason Funk, the last time these two teams met, had 20 points, was the leading scorer for this Titans team, and basically a blowout game.
That was an 86-68 win as Blahu is fouled. Good job drawing the contact there with 15:32 to play.
You can see the focus of this Elmhurst offense. They want to attack their rim. They want to get in there with the big boys of Illinois Wesleyan. Haven't had much success in that so far, but it's going to start to collapse the defense.
Subs coming on for both teams. Trey Bazell. Jackson Nego onto the floor for the Titans. See John Witcher come on, as well as Jaden Malachi and Vinny Adjahong-Beta coming onto the floor for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, just a little bit more height for Elmhurst now with Adjahong-Beta, Witcher, and Malachi.
Three in the corner doesn't go for Bazell, but an offensive rebound. Jackson Nego hustling for it. The sophomore from Western Springs, not too far from here. Mason Funk, a deep three, nothing but the bottom.
Yeah, great shot, just a little too much space for Funk. He's been really the main three-point shooter for this Titans team all season.
Over 30% from beyond the arc. Here's Adjahong-Beta. Had it poked away. It's going to stay with the Blue Jays with 9 on the shot clock. Elmhurst just 1 for 6 from the field so far. Meanwhile, Wesleyan 5 for 9. Trellenberg, fall away jumper, doesn't fall. And the rebound goes to the Titans. Marco Anderson came away with it. Kick out for Nego. Back to Funk. Now he'll drive and takes a bump. 2 free throws coming for Mason Funk.
Yeah, both of these teams just want to get into the paint and try to get points. It's going to put a lot of pressure on defense to not foul.
Foul went on Trellenberg. That's his first. Mason Funk, 50% free throw shooter. He misses the first. Hakeem Williams will check back in. Nick Roper will get a breather. As the Titans have jumped out to a 12-point lead here. Second free throw. That doesn't go either from Funk, and John Witcher the rebound for the Blue Jays. Wahoot, tough angle, but he gets the finish.
Good shot from Lahoot, just getting into the paint, finding, like you said, that tough angle. A lot of tall bodies in there, Lahoot fighting for his own, got it.
Team Williams against Trellenberg. Kicks outside Funk. Now a deep three on the way, doesn't go from Bazell, but an offensive rebound taken there by Nego. Nego kicks down low. Anderson off the glass for 2.
Yeah, Anderson has come in and had a couple of tip-aways that gone for offensive rebounds. Need to limit that if you're Elmhurst. Can't let this good Titans offense get second chance opportunities.
Anderson's been a key presence off the bench this year, averaging over 8 points and just under 7 rebounds a game. Trellenberg, right side 3, in and out. Bazell rises for the rebound. Funk thought about it. Kicks over Bazell. Right back to Funk. And he knocks down another. Up to a 15-point lead as Mason Funk drills another 3. And Coach Baines will take a timeout as Illinois Wesleyan jumping out to a big lead here in the first half, Dawson, and they're really getting whatever they want on the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, everything is just working right now. Shooting 58.3%, 28.6% from 3. Elmhurst 2 for 9 from the floor. They just have struggled on the offensive side, haven't really found anything. Need to start getting some of these shots to fall if you want to come back in this one and start chip away at this lead. Otherwise, it's going to be a runaway already early in this first half.
It's difficult matching up with this Wesleyan team. Outstanding on the offensive end. Over 45% from the field coming into this game. They're top 50 in the country in scoring at over 81 points a game, but they're also stout on the defensive end of the floor, only allowing opponents to score 68 points a game. So a lot of challenges, but the good news for Elmhurst, a lot of ball game left.
Yeah, absolutely. And this Illinois Wesleyan team, you know, they either come out and just dominate games, or they get forced into overtime, games that they have won against some weaker opponents. Wheaton, who really hasn't won a game in the CCIW all season, pushed them to overtime at home. Kind of got to take some inspiration from that if you're Elmhurst, knowing that you're undersized a little bit. It's considered a trap game for Illinois Wesleyan. You just got to fight back. It's tough right now, down 15 early, but they can come back. They've been able to go on runs really all season against anyone.
Wesleyan is coming off an overtime win over Carroll by 3 points earlier this week, 81-78. So here's Aja Hongbeta over for Pearson. Mid-range jumper, no. And here come the Titans quickly the other way with Fridman. Over to Bolt. Now Bazell, an open three. Left it short. Aja Hongbeta has the rebound.
Yeah, and if you're Elmhurst, you got to get Tegan Pearson going. He's one of your leading scorers with 14.5 points per game in conference games.
Got to look from the corner, knocks it down, and the foul. Chance for a 4-point play for Tegan Pearson. You called it right there, Dawson.
Yeah, he's the guy that when Elmhurst needs a bucket, that's who they look to. Great three-point shot, and then just too much of a closeout. 4-point play opportunity. It's exactly really what Elmhurst wanted. Trying to fight back in this one.
Hakeem Williams picks up the foul. Pearson at the line, over 88%. Nearly automatic there, and he completes the 4-point play, and a little bit of life for the Elmhurst crowd, back to an 11-point ball game. Blue Jays going with a zone defense here. And they find an opening down low going to Nathan Bolt, and he finishes for two.
Yeah, that was just too easy. Illinois Wesleyan picked that zone apart.
Pearson will try another. Too much on it. Bazell the rebound. Williams to an open Wilmson. Can't hit the three. Tipped out of bounds. Last touch by the Titans. As Josh Fridman, Nick Roper come back on. Carlo Kolak onto the floor for the Titans as well. Boone up top over for Witcher. Now Pearson to Boone for three. Another one. The three's starting to fall for the Blue Jays. 22-12, back to a 10-point game. Wesleyan had the lead by as many as 15 here in this first half.
Yeah, and that's an area where Elmhurst found a lot of success in the game prior, all the way back in December. They had 12 threes in that game. It's one of the areas they had a lot of success in. They're finding it again here. They're going to need to continue that and as well get some points in the paint if they want to come back and challenge this very good Titans team.
John Witcher called for the foul there. Down low, Wilmson. That's just too easy for the 6'10 senior. Great positioning down in the post.
Yeah, and already 14 points in the paint for Illinois Wesleyan.
Boone fakes the three. Runs into a double team. Able to get it over to Pearson. Now Boone will try another three. In and out on that one. And the rebound goes to the Titans. You've got both Pearson brothers on the floor for Elmhurst right now. Extra pass. Kolak going down the lane. Can't finish. Tegan Pearson the rebound to Aja Hongbeta. All the way down the floor, and he can't connect from in close. Fridman up ahead, and he finds Kolak for 2.
Yeah, Elmhurst needs to start just kicking out some of these drives. They're meeting a lot of congestion down there in the paint, but not finding the open shooter after the Titans defense collapses when they drive.
Cherry to Adjahong Beta. Talon Pearson over to Boone. Shot clock under 10. Adjahong Beta wide open underneath.
Great find by Boone. Titans defense is starting to just collapse on him from the three-point line. It's leaving space in the middle. He saw it and found a great pass.
Roper with the slam and the foul. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Posterization from Nick Roper. Wow.
Oh my. Whew. He got way up.
Oh, somebody call Sports Center right now. I mean, that was something right there. And one, unfortunate for Tegan Pearson. I don't even know if posterization is a word, but he posterized him for sure.
Oh. He did a lot more than just posterize him. He just, I mean, wow. I'm at a loss for words.
Sheesh.
That's insane.
And now it's back up to a 15-point lead for the Titans. Roper's got 8 points. Check it, 9 points with the free throw. Now Talon Pearson. Blahoot up top. Fall away mid-range, no. Kolak the rebound. Fridman to Funk. Now Fridman behind the back pass. Goes to Anderson. Handoff back for Roper. Now a 3. Oh my goodness.
He's just taking over this game. He just took over this game. I mean,
what can he do?
Wow.
12 points for Nick Roper. After an incredible dunk, he hits the 3 on the next possession. 12 points. He's 4 for 4 from the field. It's a 6-0 run and an 18-point lead for Illinois Wesleyan. And, you know, that's one of those moments. Again, you know, Dawson, there's a lot of time left in this game. But Nick Roper, he's just a difference maker, one of the best players in the country.
Yeah, I mean, he just completely quieted that Elmhurst bench. I mean, wow, what can you do to defend that? Saw the slam, saw the athleticism from him, and then the three-pointer. Jeez, I mean, what a player.
Yeah, there's not much you can do to defend that. I mean, and even on the 3, it wasn't wide open. He still had a defender on him, but it was just enough space, and he's got the size at 6'8". And you can see why he's one of the best players in the CCIW, if not the nation. And I mean, just the way he's been playing lately, he's now up to 9 straight games in double figures. 4 of his last 8 have been 23 points or more, and right now he's well on his way to a 5th 20-plus point game in the last 9.
And I mean, this entire Illinois Wesleyan team is finding just so much success right now on offense. They're 12 of 20 shooting, 60%. Just everything working right now for the Titans, both offensively and defensively.
See how the Blue Jays respond coming out of the timeout. Pearson over to his brother, can't finish on the baseline. Talon with a good pass there to Tegan, but couldn't quite get it to fall. Here's Roper again. Now Funk on the outside. Going to work against Trellenberg. Kicks out Williams, open for 3 on the right side, buries it. And the lead over 20 points now for the Titans.
They're attacking Elmhurst just every which way. Everything's working inside, perimeter, everything. On fire right now.
Blahoot to Trellenberg. Down on the block. kicks out. Blahut, top of the key, three doesn't fall. And the rebound claimed there by Marco Anderson.
If shots don't start falling for Elmhurst, this one's going to get pretty ugly pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's what this Wesleyan team can do. Before that overtime game against Carroll, the prior 3 games, they had all won by at least 17 points.
And you're looking at a national championship contender right here.
As there's Mason Funk. They certainly look like it tonight. 37-14. The Blue Jays just don't have many answers right now.
I mean, you just see the experience, too, from Illinois Wesleyan. They're returning most of their starters from the runners-up in the CCIW tournament last year. They're just dominating, running through everyone in the conference.
Trellenberg has it stolen. Now Funk. Over to Williams up top, down low, Anderson. Kicks outside, Nigo for 3, he's fouled. So 3 free throws coming for Jackson Nigo.
Just smart kick out, really, from Anderson. Drew the double team, found the open shooter, missed the 3, but got him fouled and sent him to the line.
That's the first on Adjahong Beta. And the free throw goes for Jackson Nigo. His dad, Joe, back in 1987, a draft pick of the Houston Rockets. Jackson Nigo out of Lyons Township High School, not too far from here. Native of Western Springs. And he's looking to go 3 for 3 at the line. And he misses the third. Adjahong Beta comes down with a rebound. Blue Jays down by 25. See if they can get a run going into the locker room for halftime as Blahut is fouled. This will go on Nigo.
Elmhurst haven't scored in the last 3 minutes. Illinois Wesleyan a 17-2 run in the last 5. It's all Titans right now, but if you're Elmhurst, you just got to start chipping away at this lead. You know it's a big mountain to climb, but just slowly start chipping away. You can't do it all right away.
Kick out, and the 3 goes. Blahut with a much-needed bucket from downtown. Williams on the right side. Now deflected out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Titans as Wilmson gets ready to check in, as well as Nathan Bolt. 12 on the timer here for Wesleyan. And an offensive foul, moving screen going against the Titans. Harrison Wilmson picks up the foul.
And this is just Jaden Malachi doing a great job just fighting over the screen. And if you're Elmhurst, that's what you want to do. You just want to make it as difficult as possible, really, on this Illinois Wesleyan team. Just when you're down this much, just make it as physical as possible and come on the offensive side, just keep grinding away.
Adjahong Beta down the lane, doesn't go. Bazell the rebound. Titans moving quickly here. Wilmson. And a foul going on Malachi. Down in the post, a little pushing and shoving with Wilmson. That is the 17th foul, so a 1-and-1 coming here for the Titans.
Yeah, Malachi just a little too physical down there in the paint, fighting for position. You know, with the size of this Illinois Wesleyan team, that's really all you can do. They just put their presence on you in the paint. Williamson especially, 6'10".
And he hits the free throw. 61% free throw shooter on the year, as Illinois Wesleyan has crossed the 40-point mark, still with 4.5 minutes to go in the first half. Second doesn't fall. Adjahong Bay to the rebound. Trellenberg thought about it. Now he'll take it. Doesn't get the bounce, but last touch there by Bazell. So the Blue Jays will keep it as Anderson comes back in for the Titans. Ron Rose has to be happy with the way his team's playing so far with a 23-point lead. A couple of longtime coaches in the CCIW going head-to-head. Rose in his 17th year against John Baines in his 12th year. Adjahong Beta down the lane to Malachi, had it stripped away. Roper, baseline jumper, in and out. His first miss of the day, but Anderson an offensive rebound. Bazell the open three, doesn't go. And Adjahong Beta fouled as he went up.
And Adjahong Beta, freshman for this Elmhurst team, coming off the bench really all season. He's provided a little bit of boost on offensive and defensive sides. He's a fun young player to watch for this Blue Jays team.
That was the first foul on Marco Anderson, 7th on the Titans, so a 1-and-1 here for Adjahong Beta. As Kolak comes back on for Wesleyan, along with Josh Fridman. Adjahong Beta hasn't been too strong at the free throw line, misses the first. Under 39% on the year. Roper double teamed, able to get it to Kolak. Now Fridman, the runner on the baseline, off the back iron. Tegan Pearson, the rebound for the Blue Jays. A deep three for Pearson, doesn't go. Anderson has the rebound. Now Fridman kicks out to a wide open Kolak in the corner, in and out, gets his own miss. And now they'll reset things. Roper down the right side, kicks out Kolak on the other side. No, but another offensive board. 3 on the timer. Fridman the deep three, in and out. Roper had the rebound, tipped out of bounds. It'll go to Elmhurst.
I mean, the rate Illinois Wesleyan is rebounding at, it's incredible. 23 rebounds already compared to Elmhurst's 11. 6 offensive rebounds. Elmhurst only has 1 offensive rebound in that category, and it's just all Illinois Wesleyan right now.
As a foul is called on the inbounds. Illinois Wesleyan has nearly a +10 rebounding margin on the season. You know, a coaching staff is usually going to be really happy with a +10 rebounding margin in a single game, but that's their season average, +10, as the foul there went on Bolt. So 1-and-1 here for Aiden Boone.
I mean, you can see why. I mean, just look at the height, position to position. By far one of the tallest teams in the CCIW. They make their presence known in the paint as well. 20 points in the paint in this one already.
Kolak passes up the open look. Elmhurst going with the zone defense. Roper will try and knocks in another. 15 points now for Nick Roper as the Titans expand their lead. A 26-point advantage for Illinois Wesleyan. Pearson, defended tightly by Roper, goes to Boone. Pearson with 3 on the shot clock has to just hoist it, and an air ball, shot clock violation. It's now a scoring drought of over 3.5 minutes for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, it's just too easy right now on both sides of the ball. I mean, you can just tell how well coached this Illinois Wesleyan team is. Credit to their head coach, Ron Rose. They're having just a great season. Definitely going to be a threat for the national championship this year.
Funk lost the handle for a moment. Shot clock down to 10. Fridman to Funk in the corner. That doesn't go, and Boone has the rebound. Adjahongbeta will try the 3. In and out. And the rebound claimed there by Bolt with about a minute to go in the half. Tipped out of bounds by Boone. It'll stay with the Titans. The only loss in conference play coming at Carthage, or actually that was a home game against Carthage back on December 4th. Oddly enough, the CCIW opener. The only other loss for the Titans this season, a 1-point loss at Mary Hardin Baylor.
Yeah, we saw Carthage in this building a couple weeks ago, and they got a couple of brothers on that team that are just very, very good. Carthage gonna make a run at this tournament, but I don't know how you can beat this team more than twice in a season.
As an offensive rebound leads to an easy 2 for Mason Funk. I mean, even when they miss, it results in points off the offensive rebound. 28-point lead. Elmhurst can hold for the last shot, just trying to get any kind of momentum going into the locker room. What has been a dominant first half from the Titans. Cherry out to Boone with 3 seconds. Lost the handle, taken by Funk, out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first half. But it looks like one of the officials may be saying there's a little time left here. I think there's going to be a discussion. It was probably less than a second. And ultimately they do. Let's see, I think they're going to take a look at it.
I mean, either way, I don't know if there's going to be any time left enough to get up a shot. I believe you need at least 0.3 or 0.4 seconds to be able to get a jump shot off.
Yeah, they are taking a look at this just to see how much time should be left on the clock. You know, you want the opportunity for a few more points, but, you know, I could see John Baines, I think he was just ready to talk to his team, and difficult first half for the Blue Jays. You know, there haven't been many answers, but, you know, Elmhurst showed in the first meeting against Illinois Wesleyan they're a better team than this. You know, as good as the Titans are, it's disappointing for Elmhurst to be down by 28 at this juncture of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And at halftime of that last one, it was 42-37 Illinois Wesleyan. It's only a 5-point game. Bit of a different story in this one, down 28.
Trying to inbound it to Trellenberg, and he wasn't able to get it off. So now that'll do it for the first half, 45-17. Illinois Wesleyan looking like the number 3 team in the country in that first half, Dawson.
Yeah, absolutely. They've held Elmhurst to 25% shooting from the floor. It's just been all domination, both sides of the ball. I mean, Roper as well, 15 points for this Titans team. Almost perfect first half from him. We saw the posterized dunk, showed off his athleticism. and hitting three-pointers as well. It's so tough to guard him.
12 points for Mason Funk as well for the Titans in that first half, and 50% from the field, 5 made threes, and limiting the Blue Jays to just 25%, only 6 made field goals for Elmhurst in that first half. There just wasn't anything going for the Blue Jays, but we'll send it down to the floor now where we're going to have the halftime entertainment as the Elmhurst University Palms team is going to come out to perform. A great performance by the Elmhurst Palms team. Halftime here in Elmhurst, Illinois Wesleyan. Head by 28, 45-17. We're going to step aside. We'll have more to come in the second half as well from Elmhurst.
After my undergrad here, I was working kind of locally with a couple former alumni in kind of a business setting, and so I was kind of interested by that. And then to get this degree was a huge opportunity for me and something that I just couldn't pass up. From the first class, couple classes, you know, the instructors brought a lot of their personal experiences in, So it was a lot less of like, hey, let's just read the book, let's go over the text. It was more like what they brought to the table, what they've learned in their careers. And for me, that was huge because being in the small size class, having an instructor that's going to be more engaging, it just made for a better overall experience. I was always looking for something that was going to be data driven. I was really interested in some of the storytelling that we did with the marketing class. So in my career currently, I'm an insights manager at a market research firm. Having the opportunity to specialize in something made it easier for me to narrow in on an industry. When I transitioned from the MBA program into my role now, I felt like I could take on things right away and hit the ground running. It's not only getting the degree and using it to elevate your career, but I learned a lot about myself as far as being challenged and stretched to be able to balance, coaching and classwork and a job and, relationships, friends and family and things outside of that. That was so unique to me, and to anyone that's considering this, absolutely do it. Yes, it's going to be hard. Anything worth having is going to be hard, but you learn a lot about yourself by doing it.
When I graduated in 2020 with my undergrad, I knew I wanted to continue my education. It was a natural choice to come back to Elmhurst. I had grown to know and love the faculty, the students, the environment, the curriculum, the flexibility behind the MBA program. Since I didn't really have a specialization, I took that time to take entrepreneurial classes, marketing classes, to see which path I really wanted to take. And in doing so, that allowed me to kind of figure out what I wanted to do afterwards. An exciting thing that the MBA has enabled me to do, I have two different perspectives, one of my own obviously, but also from my profession. I do talent acquisition, so I'm able to review resumes and applications of people who have and do not have master's degrees or MBAs, so I know the real life implications of having an MBA. For myself, it just allowed me the opportunity to take that extra step in my education and help to understand which direction I wanted to go. If you're looking for an opportunity to connect with others, to build networks, this is a great opportunity to do that. There's a small class size. They focus on team building and projects revolved around that. So Elmhurst gives you that opportunity to, not only see what you're good at, maybe learn from others and see how they work and how they work with others and how you could maybe expand upon that. If it wasn't for Elmhurst, I don't know what I'd be doing right now.
My name is Ricky Franks. I'm a part of the Accelerated Master's Entry Nursing Program here at Elmhurst University. What drove me to choose Elmhurst is the flexibility of the program. With this accelerated program, you're allowed to start right after your bachelor's degree in any other field that you've been in. So after this, we'll have our MSNs, and then after that, if you want to pursue your career more and become a doctorate or a nurse practitioner, then you can just get your certificate. The best part that stands out to me of this program is just the relationships that I built over the time that I've been here and the opportunities and experiences I've had through clinicals. We've had all of the clinicals, so we have pediatrics, OB. It really just opens up the opportunity to experience. During those clinicals, you're able to really practice the skills that you're learning and just really facilitate that compassion to your patients. It really just made me decide that I really wanted to go into mental health. It really solidified that decision. Now I have been accepted to a post-certificate program for mental health, and I want to be a nurse practitioner after that, which is just underneath a year. I really want to advocate for patients, people who don't really have voices in those vulnerable populations. I really just want to make sure that they're heard and that they're cared for in the way that they should be.
My name is Danielle Corliss, and I am in Elmhurst University's online MENP program. I believe that nursing is a calling. If you have an interest in healthcare, this is a very diverse field to go into, and you have a lot of options on what areas you want to work. I'm really excited to be a clinical nurse leader because there is a strong possibility to improve patient outcomes and improving the conditions that nurses and other medical professionals work in. I really hope to impact the lower income or underserved communities. Coming from Kentucky, where I was an EMT, and then even in my clinicals here in the Chicagoland area, there are a lot of underserved communities and they don't have access to the proper health resources. And I feel like focusing on those lower income, underserved communities can really help the healthcare system in general, but can also improve the overall health in these populations. My favorite part of this program has definitely been the clinicals. So my big aha moment during this program was during my critical care rotation. I was at a Trauma 1 center in Chicagoland area, which was a very great experience. And working in the ICU and in the ED, that's when I really knew this is what I wanted to do. Listening to my classmates and my friends talk about their experiences in clinical has been a really exciting experience, just to hear that they're doing well and that they're having the experience that we all hoped for, and that we're able to put the knowledge that we've learned in class into the actual setting and into the real world with real patients. It's very exciting because we're almost at the finish line. It's a very proud moment for us.
Transformative education happens not just in classrooms, laboratories, and libraries.
Throughout the university's history, our gymnasiums and playing fields have been the sites of wins and losses, but also of lifelong friendships formed and lifetime lessons learned.
If I could send a message to the donors, I'd thank them for everything, because I do everything that I do on this court because of them. I'm able to use these facilities to the best of my ability, and I'm able to do well in sports and academics because of them.
Being a military-friendly school was a big part of why I selected Elmhurst.
Military benefits actually helped me completely with my education, as I wouldn't have gone back to school if it hadn't been for the military benefits.
By being able to use the GI Bill at Elmhurst, I was able to really just focus on my education and doing well in the program versus having to worry about the financial aspect of paying for school.
It was seamless and easy to process. They also are part of the Yellow Ribbon program, which helped make up the difference for the cost that the GI Bill did not.
Welcome back to R.A. Bagnall Hall on the campus of Elmhurst University. Getting set for the second half, Illinois Wesleyan with a 45-17 lead. Alongside Dawson Wells, Connor Klingon with you. And Dawson, a big hole to dig out of here for the Blue Jays. But you have to imagine John Baines just let his team know they got to give their best effort and try to find a way to get back into this game.
Yeah, you just got to start grinding away possessions for Elmhurst. I mean, it's a big deficit to come back, 28 points, but can't get it all at once. You need to take it possession by possession and just have a good second half here. Just put that sour taste of that first half out of the way and just try to get something positive to move on into the following games, where this Elmhurst team is fighting for that last home playoff game in the first round right now in the 4th seed.
Well, the Blue Jays do start with the basketball to open the second half. Get it into Jack Cherry. Now here's Trellenberg. He was pretty quiet in the first half. Pearson pulls up at the free throw line, and that's a good start to the second half for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, taking Pearson, trying to get going up to 6 points now for Elmhurst. Just need to get something going on the offensive side for the Blue Jays.
Williams wide open after faking 3. Defensive breakdown there for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, just no one home for Elmhurst after the good kick out on the drive.
Shot clock winding down. Cherry with 5 on the timer, backing his way in against Fridman, and he gets the roll on the short jumper.
You just got to take this possession by possession, like I said. Just need a couple of stops on defense, too.
Trellenberg with a deflection, out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Titans.
I mean, if you're Elmhurst, you would just take outscoring Illinois Wesleyan here in the second half as a victory to move on to next week. It's not all the way over yet, but it's a big mountain to climb for sure.
Williams. Fridman spinning his way. Kicks out a deep 3 for Williams, way off target. And now Cherry pushes ahead to the opposite end. Almost stolen there by Roper. Blahu keeps it alive. Looking there for Trellenberg, but out of bounds and a turnover back to Wesleyan.
Roper just following that play all the way. Put a lot of pressure on Blahu there. Just a little too sloppy from Elmhurst this afternoon.
Roper open 3. That doesn't go. A rare miss today for Nick Roper. In fact, just his second miss from the field today.
Yeah, he had 15 points in that first half, showing why he's one of the best players in the CCIW and arguably the nation.
Shot clock under 10 here for Pearson. Now Cherry with 5 on the timer. Blue Jays need to get a shot away. Cherry does, but left it a little short. Funk the rebound, looking to push ahead. Now the Titans will be a little bit more patient, but an open Williams underneath. And Hakeem Williams doing a really good job moving without the basketball. Timeout called by the Blue Jays as the lead is back up to 28. You know, it looked like a little bit of a good start for the Blue Jays, but Illinois Wesleyan just continues to respond, and they have the same lead they did going to half.
Yeah, they just do a great job of penetrating this Elmhurst defense, making them collapse, and then kicking out and either hitting a big 3 or then driving in on that collapsed defense and getting to the rim. It's just too easy for the Titans so far in this one. That's why they have the 28-point lead that they do.
And Illinois Wesleyan still shooting 50% from the field. They've only made 5 threes, but they've had a lot of easy buckets down in the paint. So far, 26 points in the paint compared to just 6 for Elmhurst.
Yeah, it's been great defense from Illinois Wesleyan, just making this Blue Jays team take perimeter outside shots, and a lot of those perimeter shots have also been contested. Nothing easy for Elmhurst in this one.
Trellenberg falling away and hits it. Nice mid-range jumper for Dominic Trellenberg coming out of the timeout.
His first points of the afternoon, too. He was held to nothing in that first half.
Funk, an air ball, and then a foul going against the Titans. That goes on Roper, his first. That's the first foul on either team so far in the second half. Pearson nearly lost the handle. Goes down to his knees. 5 on the shot clock. A 3 is short. Funk has it.
That was just a bad shot. 5 more seconds on the shot clock. You had time to find someone else. Just decided to pull it. A little bit of frustration there from taking Pearson.
Here's Funk spinning down the lane. It comes out to Roper. He fakes the 3. Lost it. Jump ball. And the possession arrow will give it to the Titans.
Joe Malachi battling in the paint. I've seen this a lot between him and Williamson. Fighting for that jump ball. Gets it. Does a little cartwheel at the end.
Fridman will inbound. Anderson, offensive rebound, Roper. Shot clock didn't reset. Funk had open 3. And an offensive rebound as that glanced off the rim. Fridman can't hit. And then a foul over the back on Blahout. Second chance opportunities. It's just the difficult matchup, the size mismatch. Elmhurst going up against this Wesleyan team. They're out rebounding them 30-16.
Yeah, I mean, they've only had 7 second chance points too, but I mean, they're just dominating the boards on both sides. 9 offensive rebounds for the Titans in this one. I mean, you said it, 31-16 total rebounds. Just absolute domination right now for Illinois Wesleyan.
Funk splits a pair at the line. 27-point lead for Wesleyan. Trellenberg nearly had it blocked. And it comes to Roper. And he's fouled along the sideline by Adjahong Beta, his second.
Yeah, it's a tough matchup. Adjahong Beta taking on Roper. Adjahong Beta, freshman. Roper, one of the best players in this conference. Tough matchup for the young kid.
Roper to Bazell, top of the key 3, in and out. Adjahong Beta the rebound. Blahout down low. Kicks outside. Now Cherry a 3. Can't hit. Blahout tried to save it, but out of bounds.
Yeah, just a little disjointed on offense from Elmhurst. Everything is contested. Nothing is free. I mean, they only have 1 offensive rebound, too, so a lot of these possessions are just one and done for the Blue Jays.
Funk backing his way in, and he had it partially blocked there by Adjahong Beta. Tipped out of bounds, but it's going to stay with the Titans with 7 on the shot clock. John Witcher will check back into the game for Elmhurst. And the Blue Jays have done a better job holding down the Titans offensively, but they haven't been able to get anything much going offensively themselves.
Yeah, neither team has scored in the last 2.5 minutes.
Good stop there by Elmhurst. Adjahong Beta kicks out Trellenberg. The lefty can't hit it. Hit the shot clock. It did bounce in, but unfortunately when it gets the shot clock, it's out of bounds.
Yeah, and he had one of the more open looks there so far. Just couldn't hit it. Elmhurst just continues their struggles on the offensive side. They just can't find anything or anyone to get them going.
Nego has it swatted by Adjahong Beta. Anderson right back for Nego. Shot clock down to 5. Bazell in the lane. Can't hit.
Yeah, contested again there by Vinny Adjahong Beta, doing a great job on the defensive end, kind of just quieting this Titans offense.
Now Malachi with the reverse lay-in for 2. So that ends a scoring drought that lasted nearly 4 minutes, but E.J. Marshall picks up a quick foul here. As Nego went down to the floor, we hadn't seen Marshall in the first half. Sophomore out of Downers Grove. As Malachi will head to the bench, Roskowitz comes back on for the Blue Jays. Nego to Wilmson, back for Nego, 2 on the timer, and the runner falls.
Yeah, Illinois Wesleyan, this is why they're so good. They're so deep down their bench. Anyone can score from anywhere, really, on this Titans team. It's pretty impressive.
Adjahong Beta lost the handle. Now Nego to Wilmson for 3. Too strong. And Adjahong Beta the rebound. 12 minutes to play. Still a 27-point lead for Illinois Wesleyan. Now here's Marshall. Shot clock under 10 and dribbled off his foot out of bounds, right back to the Titans as Tegan Pearson gets ready to check back in.
John Bands keeping a lot of these younger bench guys on the floor right now. E.J. Marshall, Vinny Adjahong Beta getting extended minutes here because of the deficit. Just trying to find something to give his young players some experience.
And the only starter on the floor right now, Tegan Pearson for Elmhurst. Bolt lost the handle, but a foul. It's on Adjahong Beta. That's his 3rd.
Oof, that's a tough foul to take.
Dylan Engler comes into the game for the first time for Elmhurst. Kolak, baseline jumper doesn't go, and then another foul on the Blue Jays. That'll go on Witcher.
We'll see it here, going up for the rebound.
That's the 15th foul on the Blue Jays.
I don't know why they called that a Witcher. He wasn't near the play, so he looked a little confused why that was called on him too.
Jack Cherry just checked back in. Williams over to the opposite corner, and that 3 goes from the freshman Fridman. 30-point lead for the Titans.
And Fridman finally getting his first points of the game. Was 0 for 6 up until that point. 0 for 4 from the field, or from the three-point line.
Normally a very good three-point shooter. Just under 38% of the season as Pearson too much on that one.
Nothing falling for Elmhurst. They just continue to struggle in this one on the offensive side.
Williams spins through the lane and gets it off the back iron. That's 11 points now for Hakeem Williams. And a reach-in foul on Fridman. It's his second. Second team foul on Illinois Wesleyan. Here with a 32-point lead in the second half.
Elmhurst going on another extended run with not being able to score. It's been 2.5 minutes. Just need to find something.
Voskowitz, shot clock down to 5. Deep three for Witcher, and he buries it. NBA range from John Witcher. As Williams goes right to the cup.
And that's why Illinois Wesleyan is so good. Big three from Witcher there. An instant response from the Titans. Easy lay-in.
And a timeout called by Ron Rose for Illinois Wesleyan. Less than 10 minutes to play. And the Titans in control. Dawson, I think you said a little bit earlier, the beginning of the second half for Elmhurst, just a goal. Try to see if you can find a way to outscore Wesleyan in the second half. Well, maybe now the goal is just, hey, let's see if we can outscore them in the final 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. They're shooting 31% from the field. Haven't really had much success really anywhere. Their Elmhurst's highest scorer at 6 points, Pearson and Blahout. Everyone on this Blue Jays team is just struggling, but just try to take something away. Get something going in this last 10 minutes, like you said, to take it into the next game. Just continue to fight. You got Milliken on the 5th. You want to just take something from this one to move it on into that one, something positive. This is a tough team to beat in Illinois Wesleyan.
And especially when they're playing their best basketball, which the Titans have definitely done today. And it's been a balanced effort. You have Roper with 15 points, but Mason Funk with 13. Hakeem Williams also with 13 points. And the rebounding has just been dominant, 36-22 in favor of the Titans.
And 30 points in the paint for Illinois Wesleyan. Just over half of their points have come in the paint. Seems like every possession they get a penetrating run and cut for an easy lay-in or kick out for a wide open three.
Angler, no. Roper tried to get it down low to Wilmson, and it's turned over. Back to the Blue Jays.
I mean, that's Illinois Wesleyan's third turnover of the game. It's been very, very clean, well coached. Elmhurst, on the other hand, with 9 turnovers. It's a little bit sloppy from their side.
As foul here going on Williams, his second. That is the third team foul on the Titans, as Mason Funk checks back in, as well as Marco Anderson. Talon Pearson out to the corner. Angler hits the open three.
Great shot from Dylan Angler. one of the more experienced players out there. He's a 5th year. Everyone else, Talon Pearson, Jack Cherry, freshman for this Blue Jays team, just getting a little bit more experience on the floor against a very good Illinois Wesleyan team.
And then a foul on Engler. That's his first. 6th team foul on Elmhurst. So the next foul will send Wesleyan to the free throw line. Williams is wide open underneath, goes up for the slam, and he's fouled. So a chance for a 3-point play.
Another defensive breakdown for Elmhurst. Just 2 guys committing to the open shooter on the floor, leaving Williams wide open. Just a little mistake there on the defensive side.
Broskowitz tried to provide the late help, but ended up committing the foul. So Williams looking to complete the 3-point play. And he's now up to 16 points on the day. So Titans are doubling up the Blue Jays right now, 62-31. Blahoot, and he's fouled. Had a lot of whistles in the second half.
Yeah, a lot of fouls. Illinois Wesleyan just doing a great job on defense, staying in front of everyone, providing help defense when it's needed, not leaving anyone open. Made it just so challenging for Elmhurst to get anything.
Foul was on Fridman, his 3rd, as Blahoot missed the first free throw. Jackson Nego coming back into the game for the Titans. And a foul, or actually it might have been just a lane violation there on Titans, so another chance at the line. And the second free throw does go there from Blahoot. Roper lost it out of bounds, but it's going to stay here with the Titans.
Good help defense there from Engler to force that double team and almost got a turnover. Went off him, looked like went off him last.
And another foul. That'll go on Blahoot, and a 1-and-1 coming.
Just got a little too handsy there on the far sideline.
Mason Funk at the line. Makes the first. Carolina or Duke? Who you got?
Ooh, I mean, it's an easy question.
Best
this
player,
year. Best player in the country, plays for the Blue Devils. So Cooper Flagg going to go #1 in the draft.
So there's a foul on the rebound. Actually, I believe that game is going on right now. It just got started, 2-2, North Carolina and Duke. Down in Durham. Right here in our game, 31-point advantage for the Titans as Roper and Williams head to the bench. Still about 8 minutes left. We'll see if maybe they come back into this one, but wouldn't be surprised if that might be it for them today.
Yeah, you want to say that some of your best players save their legs. I know Wesleyan got some more conference games coming up. You're almost trying to get back on the offensive side for some more points.
Boone's three didn't go, but new life on an offensive rebound. Trellenberg left it short.
I mean, those are the shots that he's been hitting all year, and that really just tells the story of this whole game. No one from Elmhurst can find anything going on the offensive end.
Kolak, no. Anderson punches it, keeps it alive. A kick out in the corner, a little confusion there between Bazell and Kolak. It's now Nigo, goes out to Funk. Nigo for three, and he hits it. Timeout taken by Coach Baines as it's a 34-point lead for Illinois Wesleyan. The Titans just have everything going today.
Yeah, and you can just see the experience on the floor from this Titans team. You know, they lost the CCIW tournament last year to this Elmhurst side. Elmhurst lost 4 of their 5 starters. I mean, you can just see the experience difference on both sides of the floor. I mean, both these teams the last really 4 or 5 years in the CCIW have ran this conference. You'd expect Elmhurst to come back after next season after having a little bit of a down year this year with the big time players that they lost last season.
Yep. Still some time to go in the year for the Blue Jays, though. Obviously, they'll try to find a way to bounce back from this one. Coming into today, the Blue Jays sat in 4th in the CCIW, so, you know, a chance against Milliken. They'll be at home coming up midweek, and then 3 road games at Augustana, at North Park, and at Carthage. But, you know, you look at those, and, you know, North Park, Carthage, those are couple of tough games. Augustana, not necessarily an easy win either. So some tricky games coming up, and Blue Jays round out the season with a home matchup against Carroll, but that's a Carroll team that just took this team to overtime. So there's, you know, as much as Illinois Wesleyan is making it look easy today, there's not many easy wins in this conference.
Yeah, every single night, every game in the CCIW, it's tough. It's a tough matchup every single time. When Coach Baines comes up here for post-game interviews, he says it. Like, this is why players come here. They play in tough games. We're seeing it right now. Illinois Wesleyan, one of the best teams in this conference, in the country. Why you come to play in the CCIW?
And Jahan Beta with 2 there. And this is a good opportunity for some younger players to get experience on both sides. Just some of the bench players, Mason Funk, starter, of course, still out there for the Titans, but Shane Miller came into the game for the Titans. Got the basketball right now. And a blocking foul. So a 1-and-1 coming here for the Titans.
Elmer still trying to just put that body in the line. We saw with Blahoud, Boone hit the deck, and then Witcher there. Or I guess that's Malachi hitting the deck on the block. Still putting in that effort down, 32.
So Miller at the line. Misses the front end of the 1-and-1, and then a foul. It's going to go against the Titans. Brady Keel picked up the foul, who came in, the sophomore from St. Louis. Blahoud, and he's fouled.
Good drive from Sebastian Blahoud to get into the paint. He's been one of the bright spots, really, for this Elmhurst team on the offensive side. Leads the team with 7 points.
Misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Miller brings it the other way. Bolt to Miller, down the lane. Nice finish by Shane Miller, senior from Springfield.
Yeah, it's every time they're getting right to the rim for an easy layup. Elmer's just struggling to stop them with the ball, driving and penetrating their defense.
Angler open 3, no. Miller looking to drive again through traffic. Loose on the floor. And they did call a foul. Surprised that wasn't a jump ball. I think that's what some of the crowd's wondering about.
We'll see it here, driving to the hoop. They're driving, losing the possession. Look, Angler took a little shot to the head there as well when he dove to the floor.
So they're still discussing this last sequence here. And they may want to take a look at this as well. Probably checking to see if there was anything flagrant or...
I didn't see much that would be flagrant other than, I mean, Angler did take a shot after he hit the floor. I thought he looked like he hit his head on the ground.
It didn't necessarily clearly signal. I believe on the scoreboard it says the foul was on Shane Miller. So it was a foul against Wesleyan. But I didn't see the official signal to the scorer's table that was in fact the call. Was expecting it to be a jump ball just with a loose ball on the floor, and we'll get some more clarity here hopefully. Or maybe less. And have everybody look at it.
I don't believe they can reverse a call on the floor. I believe they can only review for flagrant fouls in D3.
Yeah, and I really didn't see anything that looked flagrant.
Right.
Just seemed, let's get another look at it.
Loose ball on the floor, diving in.
Yeah.
I mean, that when Angler goes in, it looks a little bit like the Titans player reaches his head up or reaches his hand up,
yeah,
and then his head hit the ground. But I didn't see much. It looked like he was more reaching for the ball. It was Miller that dove, so we'll see.
Oh, wow, they did call a flagrant. So a flagrant foul going against Miller, and it's going to be 2 free throws plus the basketball for the Blue Jays.
So they must have seen his hand reach up and drag Angler to the ground in some sort of violent action. A lot of bodies in the way. I didn't really get a good look at it.
Angler missed the first. And does hit the second.
We'll take a look at it one more time. You'll see Miller losing possession of the ball. He goes to the ground, reaches his head up, and then reaches his hand up and must make contact with Angler's head, and subsequently hits his head on the ground. So they must have seen something there where he pushes or drags Angler into the ground and slams his head against the floor.
Jahong Beta tried to get it to Malachi, but it's stolen by Bazell. Just over 4.5 minutes to go. And a 33-point lead for the Titans. Miller couldn't quite finish, and Adjahong baited the rebound.
That was a good offensive session from Illinois Wesleyan to get to the hoop yet again. Good lay-in by Cherry. Get some points on the board for Elmhurst. Just trying to fight back, get as many as they can.
And then a reach-in foul on Cherry. That's going to be the 10th on the Blue Jays, so 2 free throws. First foul on Cherry. And Jackson Nego at the line for 2. Missed the first as Roskowitz, Caleb Pearson come on. And DeLippe also coming onto the floor. Second free throw, no, but an offensive rebound. Bazell for 3, too strong. Pearson with a nice baseline jumper. Good to see for Talon Pearson.
Got great opportunity here, too, for him to get a lot more experience on the floor. Brother of Tegan Pearson, Talon, the freshman.
Pull-up jumper. Nicely done by Brady Keel, and that gets standing ovation from the bench for Illinois Wesleyan. And Cherry fouled on the floor. 1-and-1 here.
Good drive by Jack Cherry. Getting to the rim.
Third foul on Jackson Nego. And Cherry makes the first free throw. And the second as well. E.J. Marshall will come back on for the Blue Jays. Well, Illinois Wesleyan has certainly looked like a national title contender this afternoon. Bazell will try another 3 and hits this one.
Eighth three-pointer for the Titans. They just continue their dominance in both halves, even with their bench players in the floor. They just know how to score.
Marshall can't hit. Miller behind the back dribble and a foul. So 2 free throws upcoming here for Shane Miller. This was heck of a move to get to the basket.
Yeah, and then late call on the foul. I didn't really see much in that. But like you said, great behind the back. Nice little dribble.
And he gets the roll on the free throw. Back up to a 33-point lead. As Bazell will head to the bench, he gets an ovation from the Wesleyan fans that made the trip. Or it's not a far trip for some of these fans. A lot of players from the Chicagoland area on the roster for the Titans. Marshall with his back to the basket. And he's fouled. Oh, you got to love all these fouls at the end of a game.
Especially when it's a 34-point
game.
Jeez.
But you credit playing to the whistle, playing to the final horn. as E.J. Marshall sinks the free throw. Alex Schmidt's coming on, as well as Alex Miller for Illinois Wesleyan. Dylan Schmidt also on the floor. So some of the deeper reserves getting an opportunity for the Titans.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for both teams to get some of their younger, maybe some inexperienced players on the floor. And if you're Illinois Wesleyan, some of these players might help you in a national championship run, deeper into a tournament. When you got to reach into that bench, you can reach back and look back at this experience and hopefully succeed a little bit.
DeLippe for three, in and out. Miller has the rebound, lobs it up, and out of bounds. It'll be Elmhurst basketball. I think Ron Rose didn't love that. 32-point lead. Let's just run some clock, maybe.
Right. Not try to go for alley-oops. And
now a steal into the front court. Miss on the lay-in. But the second chance goes for Alex Schmitz. Just about a minute left in this one. Nearly stolen. DeLippe will try a three. That doesn't go. And a foul. It's going to go. It'll be Alex Miller, his first. Two shots here. Talon Pearson. And he makes the first. Second doesn't go. A 15-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock here. As Miller tried to drive it out of bounds, it's back to the Blue Jays with 34 to play.
The defense there from the Blue Jays, just trying to make some points up here, close the game out.
Angler, and a nice short jumper to end his night.
Yeah, he's up to 6 points on the game, coming off the bench for the Elmhurst.
And Miller will bring it over half court. Blue Jays not fouling here with a 31-point game. So the Titans can just wind down the final seconds of this one. A 77-46 win for the number 3 team in the country. Illinois Wesleyan wins it on the road over Elmhurst. And Dawson, just an outstanding performance by a top 5 team. They looked every bit of the part here today.
Yeah, you said it. Offense, defense, rebounding the ball. This Illinois Wesleyan team is no joke. Definitely one of the national championship contenders in the nation, showing out right here in Elmhurst. Good game from them. Just domination from front to back.
31-point win for the Titans here today on the road. We're going to step aside for a bit, and then we will wrap it up here from R.A. Fagenal Hall. Illinois Wesleyan wins it 77-46. Stay tuned. We'll wrap this one up here from Elmhurst. Welcome back into R.A. Fagenal Hall. We're now joined by the head coach, John Baines. And coach, in this one, a tough day. Obviously, Illinois Wesleyan came in as number 3 team in the country, and they definitely looked like it today.
Yeah, they're good. They're really good, aren't they? I mean, Ron and I are really good buddies, and I told him at the beginning of the year, I think this is one of your best teams that you've had, and they showed it. They kind of railroaded us in that first half, and we just really couldn't get it back.
You know, in the second half, we saw, some players that are a little bit deeper on the bench. I think Dylan Angler, a good example. Did you like some of the things you saw from some of those guys that got an opportunity near the end of the game?
Yeah, I'll have to watch film. Who knows? What I would tell you is I felt like the guys that were out there on the floor down 30 were still playing really, really hard. I mean, they were diving on the floor, still going for stuff, and that tells me that good programs do that. You have bad nights, but you don't have nights where you quit playing, and I think the guys kept going.
Yeah, the effort was clearly there, and you mentioned though this looked like one of the best Illinois Wesleyan teams. What is it about this team that makes them really elite?
They're old, they're mature, they're physical, and they shoot the ball pretty well. Not unbelievably, but tonight they shot it pretty well. And and I went in at halftime. We were down 26-13 on the glass. I mean, that for us, we knew that the glass usually wins the games for us. And not only did we not win the glass, we really got pushed around.
A lot of size on this Wesleyan team, not much to do. Next game coming up against Milliken. What are some things you can do to help the guys bounce back for that next one?
Short memory. It's like the cornerback in football. If you're a good cornerback, you're still going to get beat every now and then. A guy gets a catch and you get up and you talk a little trash to him, and then you say, okay, come at me again. And that's just the mentality that our guys have got to have. We went into this game in 4th place. Coming out of this, Milliken will probably be tied with us or right around there. So we're fighting for a position in that conference tournament. We got a lot on the line on Wednesday.
And still a great opportunity coming up in that one. Coach, thanks for the time.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
So that'll wrap it up here from R.A. Fagenal Hall. Elmhurst falls in this one, 77-46. Thanks for tuning in. For my partner, Dawson Wells, our producer, Greg Rossell, Connor Klingon saying so long. Final score, Illinois Wesleyan 77, Elmhurst 46. Thanks for joining us, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.